variety is the spice of life in this scenario. So change it up. Welcome back to the Junior Mints podcast, everyone. This podcast is here to help you guys navigate life while also helping you guys see the fun sides of life as well. My name is Finn Lawler. I'm your host. Let's jump right in. So today what we're going to talk about, we're going to be talking about something I think we all could probably benefit from. I feel like I say that in every podcast that I make. But we're going to be talking about, the fact that nobody wants to hamster wheel their way through life. Hamster wheel, of course, being a verb. And by that, of course, I mean nobody wants to go through the motions and just keep repeating the same day and feeling like they're on a hamster wheel. So, what we're going to talk about in today's episode is blooper, huh? No, but we're going to be talking about how to live more intentionally and to make each day just its own thing, and how to really kind of just live more intentionally as humans, as followers of God. So let's jump right in. So you got to remember that every day is unique. Sure that it's the same days over the course of 7 days, same weeks and everything, but each thing that you do during those days is going to be different. I mean, remember to, what's that saying? Stop and smell the roses. And if you feel like you're just kind of groundhog daying yourself, where you're just you're on loop basically, and you're not really taking every day as it really is, and you're kind of just waiting for the next best thing, even though that next best thing really is never going to come. I'm just saying, speaking from experience, it's I've had Mondays that were basically the same, and then everyone probably has. It's just, remember to not just don't gloss over every day, because remember, I mean, we only have a limited amount of days on this earth, so make every day unique, whether it's what you eat for dinner, or how you work out that day, or what friends you talk to that day. Remember to just take little aspects of your day and change it up a little bit. Well, basically, variety is the spice of life in this scenario. So change it up, because I mean, if you don't change it up, you're gonna feel like you're in a rut, and then you're gonna feel more depressed, and it's just gonna be this infinite cycle, kind of like the hamster wheel you're running on, if you are doing that. So make every day unique, because it is. There's only one. Think about this. There's only one February 14th, 2025. Or there's only one December 25th, 2024. There's only. I made a little vlog about this earlier. I didn't post it, but I watched it, and it's just I watched it back, and I'm just like, that's right. There's only one, I don't know, January 8th, 2018. So really, with each day that you live that day intentionally. Do things in that day, that sounds weird, intentionally. So just make every day different. Don't overthink it like I'm currently doing right now, but just kind of change it up every day, just in the littlest bit. So next is do things with purpose. Let's say you're gonna go hit the gym, because that's my favorite thing to do. And you get to the gym, and you look at your little notes that you've written down for your workout, and it looks just like the day it did before, and then that day looks very similar to the day prior. I'm not saying I've done that a little bit, but at that point, that's evidence that you're basically going through the motions. And it's no, dude, do things with purpose. For a while, I've gone to the gym to kind of just get out of my own head, and kind of just kind of be out in nature, and be out in the world. But these days, for example, I'm going to the gym to kind of get PRs. For example, it's going to be for me by the time I'm recording this, tomorrow it's going to be deadlift day, and so I intend, I'm hitting deadlifts for the sole purpose of getting really, really strong. So that's an example. Like, let's say you're at work, right? And you're, I'm trying to think, I'm blanking on examples, but you get what I'm saying. Like, do things for a purpose. Don't just do things just because, or don't just do things to do something. And like, really think about it. Like, just do things intentionally. It's all the same thing, you know. And like, for prayer, for example, pray with a purpose. You know, earlier today, actually, I was driving home, and I was praying for a buddy of mine who's going through some stuff. And that's one of the things where it's like I'm not just praying for, just because to satisfy God. I'm also praying to request that God watch over my friend and everything. So I'm doing that. I prayed with a purpose. So there are many examples of how you can do things with purpose. If you're not going to do anything, if there's something that you want to do but you have no purpose to do it, then don't do it. Easier said than done. But anyway, so here's kind of a tough one here. Intentionality provides a purpose. So let's say, you know, when you live intentionally, it could provide answers and a purpose in your life. It sounds really weird when you think about it. It kind of makes sense. Think about it though. When you live as though you have a purpose and you live intentionally for that purpose, even if you don't have a purpose yet, that purpose, who knows what it could be, could present itself, or a different one. It's kind of like think about this. It's like motivation, Sometimes the motivation is just there. Sometimes it is. But sometimes it's not. So we have to take action in order for that motivation to show up. If we're not feeling motivated and we think, oh crap, I wish motivation would show up, just take action anyway. And 10 times out of 10, you'd be surprised that motivation just walks right in and goes, oh, sorry, I was late. I was getting coffee. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like you take action and the motivation is going to show up. Same thing with here. If you intentionally live, regardless of if you know what your purpose is, the purpose will show up. That sounds very stoic and very profound, but just trust me on that one. Do things intentionally, and your purpose will show up. Next one is really important. It's living intentionally through God. And we sometimes feel hopeless. We don't know what we're doing. We all have days like that. So in those moments, though, it's really crucial that you start kind of leaning towards God and asking what He has for you and start seeking Him, And, God knows what our purpose is. His purpose for us, mainly, is to bring people into His kingdom and to baptize them and to disciple people, evangelize, spread the gospel. So that's God's purpose for us. Now, the thing is, we do those things and we spread the gospel through different, I guess, spiritual gifts that He has given us. So maybe your spiritual gift is creativity. And so you help spread the gospel by making church videos and like promoting people to come to church and everything. Maybe you, actually, that's the only example I can think of, but think about it. Like, I have a spiritual gift. I think it's also creativity. And like, I do my best to kind of tell you guys about God through video and everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm living intentionally through God to bring people into His kingdom. That kind of makes sense. But yeah, when you live your life with intention, it makes it more meaningful. It makes it more fun. It makes life better. So just when you're going through the motions, or when you think you're starting to go through the motions, just remember you're there for a purpose, and you have an intention, and you have a purpose on this earth. God knows it, but do you know it? So remember to just keep doing everything with a purpose. Keep intentionally seeking God, and I promise you'll find what you're looking for. I don't know what you're looking for per se, as I'm talking to all my audience members, but start living intentionally, and God will provide the answer for what you're looking for. Anyway, this has been the Juniormans Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like, subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.